tonight I went out tonight because, I don't be going outside. But tonight I went out and I went to this spot called The Spot in Gwinnett. Well, it was in Duluth, and I'm watching the crowd and I'm just kind of like people watching or whatever. Why is it that all the men are around the bar, but they don't talk to women? They just talking to one another, but they not talking to women. And it got me thinking, like, I was born in the 70s, okay? Late 70s. What happened to the days where the men would actually approach the women and talk to them? Not that I'm looking for nobody to approach me because I got a man, but I'm looking around and I'm like, why is it that these men don't approach women? And there was tons of women around, but none of them approach women.
Those days are over.
To talk to them, they're just kind of like standing in the corner, they're drinking their drink, they're doing whatever, but they don't talk to women. It's like, yo, is this what it's like? That's why I exited the group chat, because I feel so out of touch with men. They don't even approach you anymore. And then I was talking to someone and I was like, yo, y'all be standing at the bar. Why is it that you don't talk to women? And his response to me was that, most women don't like you to approach them because they don't like that and I don't want to get rejected. Yo, what happened to, yo, miss, can I get your number? My name is so-and-so. What's your name?
He just told you why that's not happening. You don't have to guess or wonder about what. It's a new day. It's a new time. Things change. Okay? And with you guys getting equality, you're going to get equality everywhere. So just like a man could go up to you, offer to buy you a drink, say something to you, introduce himself to you, strike up a conversation with you, show you interest, you can do that same thing to the man that you're interested in. I would argue it's more beneficial for women to do that, not only because the longest relationships I've ever had was from the woman showing interest first. Those always last longer, and it's actually better that way. Women will argue it's better the opposite way. It's not, because that dude is usually, if he's lovesick, he's just gonna be all over her, a golden retriever. And the woman is gonna discard that guy. So it is better for the woman to be the golden retriever in this situation. It just is. It's better for the woman to placate to you, to pursue you, to admire you. You can admire her for sure, but you need to taper that off. All right? Because you have to stay focused. There are things that you have to make sure that you're leading. You can't be just love sick.
You guys are out here talking about the male loneliness epidemic. Mind you, I just posted a video saying, hey, men need to bring back the art of asking women out and approaching them. Every man in the comments was like, nope, your turn. We're not doing that. We don't, for what? For an expense? Yeah, you guys aren't worth it. Next time. There is no male loneliness epidemic. They don't want it. They don't care.
Good. It's a shit deal.
Hey, and like I just said, you can go, and old boy just said, and he actually put on something that I didn't even talk about. I've talked about before, but not in this video. The jig is up, ladies. Everybody sees you as an expense because you've made it very clear that you are expensive. And men are going to analyze that, do cost benefit analysis, put a price tag on you, see if you're worth it. And like old boy said, a lot of y'all not worth it. We got too many women who don't understand they have that builder face or that wife face, meaning you need to get your man early and build with him, and you got to take your chances. and actually contribute to the lifestyle getting to the level that you want to live. Some women are going to just be able to walk into a man's life, and yeah, she is that pretty where the guy's like, I'll start my family with her. Yes, some women will get that. It's a very few women will get that though. It's very few women who are pretty enough and lucky enough. See, they just think that they pretty and they get to live in that fantasy. That's going to be their life. This is why all of them have the same mindset. It's not going to happen to me. I'm just going to find my Prince Charming. And some of them will have that story. And some of them will be beautiful. Some of them won't be. There's a saying, what is it? Men marry who's in front of them when they're ready. That's not the full saying, but that's a part of it. And I believe that is somewhat true. Men, and let me know if you guys feel this way in the comments, because I don't want to speak for you, but we don't necessarily have to have the Instagram baddie. A lot of guys really don't even want that. The BBL look, I know you've heard it before. That's not that's not a wife. When I envision my wife, she's definitely not BBL'd up. She's natural body, fit, obviously. Gym fine is what I've heard it be called. Gym fine and just pleasant. She's not like some overly gorgeous woman. Obviously pretty. I would say a solid 8. I think that's good. Most guys would be good with an 8. A 7 or an 8 with a nice body. And that's it. Bam. That's worth it. But anyway, that's worth paying for. And we all pay. All men pay. Now there's levels to it, and we can get into that in another video. If you guys want me to elaborate on that, let me know in the comments. But there are levels to every man pay. You just got to get what you want to pay for. And a lot of these women, again, aren't pretty enough to just get certain types of treatment. And they're about to realize it, and they're realizing it now. That's why we see so many women making content about the type of treatment that they're getting from men.
Whatever happened to men going up to women?
It's over for you thoughts. It's over. It ain't that time. It's over for y'all. The other thoughts made it bad for you.
Whatever happened to it? We want that. Bring that back. Can we bring that back?
Why? I'm just like, why?
Can we start a movement to just approach the person that you think is cute? Because that's what's lacking nowadays. Okay, people are missing opportunities from left to right. You could have met your soulmate. Okay, that could have been your soulmate right there. But instead you're like, yeah, I'm good.
The audacity! The unmitigated gall!
Genuinely, what happened to the art of courting a woman? Way back when, there was a time that people would literally duel over a woman. Maybe this was just in the movies, but people would literally go to the girl's house with a speaker in hand, blaring, singing love songs. Even the art of sending a girl flowers has been lost. And now we've resorted to story likes, and if you're lucky, maybe you'll get an actual reply. What happened?
Well, here's the thing, Becky. There's a cute little Becky too. She shouldn't have no problems getting a guy to commit to her. However, she probably wants some super Chad. Right? And hey, you can want that all you want to. You still have to get it. And even if you get it, you have to retain it. You have to retain that guy. Because once he get the cookie, then the ball's in his court. All right? So you have to retain him. You got to keep him interested. Keep him coming back. Because he just move on. 1, 2, 3 times he hit. He might be good. You got to retain him. the boombox and the dueling, and you just seen that in movies. You never seen that happen in real life. If it did happen, it was definitely probably before 1980. I would imagine. Maybe they did that in the 70s. Maybe they did that in the 60s. You definitely did. We weren't born then, so you couldn't see it. You only saw it in a movie or heard about it from somebody who saw it in a movie. Nobody that you know or anybody that they know has ever done that.
I am absolutely sick of the dating apps. Tinder, Hinge, they're the only two I'm on. I hate them. What are the odds I'm actually going to meet up with somebody I've never met in my life? I could get murdered. I don't know. What? I just want to meet somebody naturally. In a shopping centre or, I don't know. Mind you, I barely leave the house, so that's on me. But when I do, people aren't approaching me. I promise I'm not scary. I'm not going to bite your head off. But
it's not necessarily about that. The thing is, what they don't understand is once you put out a certain image online, and collectively women have put out a certain image, that they're only wanting to be pursued and in relationships with men who are highly achieved or highly achieving and attractive. Most guys probably wouldn't consider themselves attractive, or maybe they would. However, they all know that it's just based off the woman. The woman decides in that moment, is this guy attractive to me or is he being creepy? And it's just based off how you appear to her. If you're not attractive to her, then you're a creep. If you are attractive to her, then it's okay. The only thing is the consequences for being the creepy guy. Nobody wants to deal with that. Not in public, and then things can be recorded. Now it's online. Now it follows you for the rest of your life. Nobody wants to be known as some creepy guy from some video. And you created this. You've created your own monster that you need to slay. How you gonna slay it? I have no clue. Many will suffer from what the few have done, because I'm not gonna pretend like it's all women getting online saying this. However, when videos get reach, i.e. comments, likes, and a lot of people consume that content and they can constantly consume it, they tend to believe that that is what it's going to be, or that's what it is. So you have a situation like this where men won't approach women. They won't shoot their shot at women like it used to be. And women are going to shoot their shot. So people aren't going to connect. Or these young men will become older men, and then they'll deal with younger women.
I just want to meet somebody naturally, And like, I don't go clubbing. I rarely go to bars. The only place I'm going out of the house is to the shops. So if somebody could come up to me while I'm grocery shopping, and be the love of my life, that'd be great, because dating apps, they're not it. Like, my biggest fear is I'm going to get murdered. Even if they've added me on Instagram and their Instagram seems so legit, I'm murdered instantly. If I'm meeting up with you, I'm dead.
What I'm realizing is that women are a special kind of stupid. Now I'm told that they're educated.
I feel like the art of approaching women in public is dead. I was having a conversation with some guy friends that rely on the dating apps. And I told them there's some great women that are not on the dating apps. So the only way to meet them is in real life. So we have to start approaching more women in real life. Do it at the grocery store, do it at a wellness event, do it at the gym.
Stop 1 second. Go on. Because you don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Like Obviously in a respectful manner, but just do it. You know, I feel like men aren't doing that anymore. But they said that sometimes women don't take it the right way, or maybe like they don't let them down in a nice way. And I feel like I do have to talk to my fellow ladies, okay? Now, if they do it in an unrespectful way, or if they're creepy, or you know what I mean, like I totally understand, like, you know, being disrespectful back. But if they genuinely came up to you and just tried like in a respectful manner to approach you, like that took a lot of guts, okay? So don't be mean. Like I feel like there's definitely ways to let a guy down easy. Like,
And real quick, I agree. There, you know, this is how it should always be. Even if you're not attracted to the guy, don't just be nasty to him. I've seen this happen to guys. Thank God it's never happened to me. Not saying that I haven't been turned down. I'm saying I've never been turned down in a nasty way. However, I have seen guys be turned down in awful ways, man. And at the time, you know, it really didn't register as much as it registers now. But man, I was like, damn, like that was really like mean, almost evil. The way that the person I'm thinking about now got turned down. Obviously, I'm not going to say their names, but and then it makes it worse when it was a 3-man. The situation I'm thinking about, and it was me and 2 other guys, and we got accepted. Right, the girls danced with us. They was chilling with us. The third guy, the girl looked at him and just ran away. Oh my God, it was so bad. It was so bad. And I really didn't care because, you know, I was good, you know? I was good. And that speaks to one saying that I'm thinking about is privilege is invisible to those who have it. And that in that situation, I looked good enough not to get rejected. Me and the other guy, right? But the other guy, he didn't. And man, I never really thought about asking him anything or seeing how he felt about that. He just had to move on. But that's what it is as guys. We just have to move on. We have to take those hits and just move on. And yeah, I've gotten shot down by some pretty attractive girls, and it even in a nice way, it still didn't feel good. It still didn't feel good. It never feels good. So it would be the ladies have the ability to make it 10 times worse or even 100 times worse, depending on how they do it and where it's done at.
if he's not your type, I totally get it. I'm not saying you have to talk to him, but like, you know, I feel like I put myself in a man's in a man's shoes, and I'm like, if I saw a beautiful woman, and I was just like, just do it, just say something, and I approached her and I just said something, and she was like no, like, just imagine, then that's gonna make them want to do it less, right? And so I heard this on a podcast actually. Then what happens is, now he's gonna be discouraged to do it again. And what if the next girl that he would have done it to was like his proper, you know, his match? Now I'm on the girl side 100% always. Like, I'm a girl's girl through and through. I'm just saying, as women, my single ladies I know are absolutely done with the dating apps. Like, I know that back when I was single, like a long time ago, I tried it like once or twice. I absolutely hated it. I was like, there's nothing worse than truly like not catching someone's vibe right away. And that's what I don't like about the dating apps. You automatically, in person, you can tell if a guy has like the wrong intentions, or if he's creepy, or if he's there for the wrong reasons, you know what I mean? But in person, right away, you can know, okay, I'm gonna go on a date with this guy or not. And your intuition might be wrong. Like, you know, if you meet him in person, you might end up going on a date with him and it sucks, but it's different. And I think both men and women know that. So the message here is, men, you need to start approaching more women in public, okay?
Well, real quick, I wouldn't say approach more women in public. The thing is this, you can do that. That's fine. However, your fitness has to be correct. Your fashion has to be correct. And obviously you got to have some finances to afford to be able to date the woman, right? The fitness, the fashion will help make it easier for you to either get a yes or get put down gently, right? And I would say that from personal experience. If you smell well, you are well groomed, I mean, you dress nice, you're in shape, even if the girl is into you or not, it doesn't really matter because most likely she's not going to say, "Ew, get away from me," or say something crazy that's going to destroy your confidence, right? She might say she have a boyfriend. She might not be interested because you having that doesn't, it's not 100% uh, foolproof plan. It's not. Nothing is. However, it'll get you a lot further than being out of shape will. Not dressing well, not being well groomed, not smelling good. You definitely gonna get shot down in a nasty way. And can we really blame the woman for doing that? Because the truth of the matter is this: the people who you attract, they make you feel a certain way. Meaning, if you keep yourself as a guy, if you kept yourself together, you got your money right, right? You got your body right. You dress well. You're well groomed. You take excellent care of yourself. And then some obese chick pulled up on you and she like, yeah, you know, this is my kind of guy. This is my level. This the type of guy that I should be with. You feel insulted, right? Like you think I put all this time and effort into my appearance, into the care of me, the upkeep of me, just so I could end up with you?
Somebody done told you wrong.
They feel the same way. Is it fair? Yeah, kind of, sort of, but not really though. Because we still got to come with the money and the looks. They just got to come with the looks, really. But they do got to push out a baby. So, life ain't fair. But these are the things that we have to do for each other coming to that table. Now, I know I kind of drifted a little bit, but again, you can go up to the women, approach them, pursue them, but make sure the fitness, finance, and the fashion is correct.
And listen, if she rejects you, if she says no, she just wasn't the one for you. It's as simple as that, okay? And women, if they do approach you in a respectful, kind, intentional way, let's let them down easy.
Apparently this is like a hot take, but if you're a girl, if you find a man attractive, you should go up to him. A lot of people are gonna say, no, look, the man should come up to me and approach. Fine, but don't get mad if all the people that you're attracting are people who are just not your type, and you're like, dang, I have to settle. Like, no, you actually don't have to settle. So I remember I was talking to my...
She has an excellent point. This is a good one for ladies to adopt. This an intelligent young woman, right? She's on to something. If you don't go up to the person that you want, because nobody can read your mind. I can't read anyone's mind, and no one can read mine, as far as I know. So if you don't go up to the person and let them know that you're attracted to them, how's it going to go anywhere? Right? And it's easier for women to do it because no guy is going to tell a girl ill unless she like really, the woman has to be down bad. She has to be down bad.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
But if you're an attractive woman, and it's hard for them to know if they're attractive truly or not, because they just live in a pool of lies, and they just all think, I'm not going to say all. Some of them think that they're 10s and they actually aren't. So what their actual level is, they don't know. But the thing is this: if you pleasant, decent looking, if you let somebody know that you're attracted to them, most of the time, a guy won't be disrespectful about it. I've never seen it. I've never done it disrespectfully. It's always, everybody gets to lie. Hey, I'm seeing somebody. I got a girlfriend already. I got a boyfriend. That's kind of like the nice way to let somebody down.
My mom about this because I was very headstrong. I'm never approaching a man. But then she explained it down to me really, really simply. She was like, you as a woman, you have options. You have choices of people that you can choose to date. You know what I mean? And so if you see someone that you're like, hey, I'm interested in them, you should invite them into that options list. That does not mean you sit there and you're like, hey, can I have your number? Like, no. So when you approach someone, I'm not saying you hit on them. Like, unless you're doing it for the plot, sure. I mean, I've done it, shoot. But like, sincerely, if you're trying to get something out of it, you just go up to them and you're like, hey, like, did you know, or do you know that you ask a question, or maybe you say something, a comment, but it gives a little like, oh, she could be interested in me because she's coming up to talk to me, but she could also just be asking me this. You know what I mean? So it's not direct, but you're inviting them. You're giving that opportunity because you want them. So you choose them. You know what I mean? And then they choose you, you know? So that same thing. And cause back in my day, I can't believe I just said back in my day. I'm like 19. But truly, guys, you would be so surprised at the people who are actually attracted to you. That you thought like didn't have any interest in you or whatever, the moment you speak to them. I have had so many situations where I have literally just gone up to like a guy I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. I just say something, then he drags the conversation, drags it out, and I'm like, oh. And then turns out he was interested in me later. Mind you, when I first come to the function, all I see is this from him. I don't even see him. Like, you know what I mean? I would have not known. And so it's chances like that. And you know what? It's not you hitting on them. It's just you opening up the floor because you get to pick.
And I agree. Again, I agree with 100%. And it's, you can give the compliment. You just got to let the guy know that you're interested. You know, you can even say that. You can be that direct, and he'll take it from there. If he's interested. If he likes you, you tell him, hey, I like you. You know, I want to, you know, I think that you're attractive, blah, blah, blah. Then that conversation should flow, right? And you should get a date or two out of it. It might even be a relationship. Might end up being your husband, father of your children.
So, question for the class. Can we go back to normalizing men approaching women?
How?
In general, but like specifically in the gym.
I literally just had to pull off of the road because of how like flustered and disgusted I am right now. Like, when did some of these men get the audacity to just like speak some of the things that come out of their mouths? I get to the gym. When I get to the gym, I go to the gym to get my shit done. I don't go to talk to anyone. I don't really look at it. I don't make eye contact with anyone. I just get to the gym, get what I need to get done, and leave.
Like, I'm genuinely so frustrated at this point because like it's because, and I'm speaking on this because I'm a female, but it's because of women freaking out over men approaching them that we are in this situation where men don't approach women. And as a female who refuses to make the first move, and as a female who genuinely believes that the man should be doing the pursuing, it is very frustrating. And specifically in the gym, I'm talking about, like, if a guy finds a girl attractive at the gym, he should be able to go up and say, hey, like, I think you're really pretty, or whatever the case may be, and her not freak out and go, you are staring at me? You're such a creep. Why are we reacting that way? That's a genuine question to the females at this point. Why are you reacting that way? Is it because of what you got on? Because if it's what you got on, then that's a whole different other ballgame. But we gotta stop treating men like they are the legitimate enemy of our entire being.
It was his fault. It was Jermaine's fault.
And it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
We have to stop that. It's getting ridiculous at this point. And like I said, as a female who wants to be pursued and refuses to do to ask a guy out is incredibly frustrating.
Women like this are going to suffer because of, again, what the few. Many are going to suffer for what the few have done. Now, few women have created this toxic environment, toxic content that has been posted online with, men trying to interact with women at the gym, and it's just a no-go. It's a no-no. A lot of men definitely aren't going to risk it. You don't want to have to go to a whole nother gym just because you had some bad situation at a gym where you thought you and a girl liked each other, because you might just lock eyes a couple of times and you might think that that person wants you to approach, but they actually don't. So it's not really worth it. And I'm going to close the video out here. Guys, if you like the video, like the video. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you are subscribed to the channel, make sure you turn on your post notification bell so you won't miss my future content. If you do leave a comment, make sure you timestamp it so I can go back and look and see what part of the video you were talking about before I respond. Remember to take care of yourselves, guys. Drink water, hit that gym. And if I don't see you in the comment section of this video, I'll see you in tomorrow's. Peace.